Hafade, everybody. We continue our partnership with the good folks at the Guam Police Department to help keep the community safe. Of course, Officer Paul Tapao is here with the advice that you and I need to have a wonderful island lifestyle and be safe. Officer Tapao, Happy New Year.
Hey, Happy New Year. Welcome 2017. Here we go.
Okay, so we had a rather shocking story come down this week. The island community, everybody pitched in, everybody was sharing on Facebook the story of a report of a man who apparently got out of his car, went into a Dedido store, left, immediately came running back and said, my car just got stolen and my 3-year-old daughter was inside. The way it played out, ultimately, we later learned that the daughter was actually safe at home, and the man apparently had made that claim so that he could get GPD to respond faster. What can we learn from this situation as far as disseminating information and maybe just being careful in parking lots?
Well, it's a good thing that it happened the way it happened, for the family, and it was a false claim and everything.
Yeah, the baby's okay.
Yes. Yeah. But I actually want to touch on that, because when that came out, when the Amber Alert was issued and everything, the first thing that came to the minds of parents, responsible parents, is who leaves a 3-year-old in the car? And that's a good question, to ask that. But people are doing that. We've seen countless times where people think that they're going to run into the store for 5 minutes. Or not even 5 minutes, maybe a few seconds, just to purchase something and come right out. And we see that all the time in patrol. And there's instances where they actually lock their kids in because of carelessness. And we want to bring that to attention, that things like this could possibly happen to your child or to yourself in the event that you do decide to leave your child unattended, regardless of what age, for that duration of time. So it was a good learning experience for parents, and of course it was a good reaction by the media, our partners. And of course, Captain Kim Santos, our public information officer of the Guam Police, and providing that information to the community.
Well, thank you for bringing up Captain Kim, because she told us afterwards, she goes, all the protocol as far as an Amber Alert, when that happens, was followed. You don't call or you don't declare an Amber Alert. That's not something to take lightly. When you do, you want to make sure that the threat is legitimate, a child is in danger, and everybody needs to know. And she said the GPD followed everything by the book and got the information out. How exactly does an Amber Alert work?
Well, we look at the immediate threat to the child. Will the threat actually be carried out? Is there possibilities for the threat or life-changing or life-threatening incident to the child? We take that into consideration. And then once we declare that it's a high risk that the threat or the danger will be imposed into the child, we take that and then we go ahead and we initiate the Amber Alert. It's given to the information is given to the respective police commander and to the chief that we're going to initiate the Amber Alert, because once we do that, it's an island-wide information sharing with the media. We go ahead and we contact our tactical operations command, and they go ahead and they give informations to ports of entry, ports of exit, such as the airport, and of course to our media partners. So it's a really tedious protocol that we have to follow. And once we declare Amber, it's the island's on alert. Information is being shared via social media. Information is being shared through radio, to television. Information is even being shared through our big screen advertisements, our partners that we have out there. So everybody's in tune with what's going on.
And just so everybody knows, most people got the word from us, but we get the word strictly from you guys. And it is the Guam Police Department that declares an Amber Alert. So it doesn't come from Civil Defense. It doesn't come from the Port Authority or the governor's office. It has to come from GPD.
We are the main agency that's going to be issuing the Amber Alert, because of the fact that our investigators are on scene, and of course information that's being shared from our investigators goes directly to the PIO or the public information officer, and it's disseminated to the community. So it's a good working practice in what happened with that case.
All right, very well. Okay, well, what do we have for this week's Crime of the Week?
This week's crime report is a burglary that happened during the holiday season up at Jonestown and Tamuning.
All right, here's how you can find out how to bring this criminal to justice.
On Wednesday, the 28th of December at around 6:15 in the morning, our officers from the Tumon Tamuning Precinct Command entertained a burglary complaint at 172 Belmont Avenue in Jonestown, Tamuning. Now, according to the police report, on Wednesday, December 7th, the family had left their home secured and unattended and had left off island for a family vacation, only to return home on the 28th and discovered that their home had been broken into and completely ransacked. A check was made to the security company provider, in which an entry alarm activation was noted on December 11th at around 4:46 in the afternoon. As a result of the burglary, several several high-end luxury handbags, priceless heirloom jewelry, and silverware to include miscellaneous electronics were also taken. Now, the Guam Police Department and the Guam Crime Stoppers need your help in reference to this burglary. If you have any information about this crime or any other crime, please call Guam Crime Stoppers at 477-HELP. That's 477-4357. You can also send a text to 486-HELP. That's 486-4357. You can also submit information of a crime through our webpage at guam.crimestoppersweb.com or call the Guam Police Department at 475-8615 6 or 7. Guam Crime Stoppers wants to remind the public that we do not use caller ID and you do not have to leave your name. You can receive a cash reward of up to $1,000 if the information provided leads to the arrest and conviction for the person or persons responsible for this crime or any other crime.
We appreciate the information, and hopefully we can help the Central Village, be safe, because that's what you always preach here on this segment. And you're like, it's not just the Guam Police Department and Joe Q Public. We're all working in this together. It's all one team.
Yeah, it's a community initiative, and for a safer community, we're asking the community to come forward, help us with this investigation. It's unfortunate what happened to that family, and again, we're going to be extending our invites to the Mayor of Tumuni that we're going to be initiating and hopefully standing up a neighborhood watch program in the village of Tumuni within the coming months. So be looking for us as we come into your village.
All right, thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.
We'll
again.
see you next week.
Thank you.
All right, please stay tuned, everyone. We are back after this.